It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja visuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. El pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Boom, we are live. Good morning, guys. I was pulling up something on the internet, the old interwebs here. Good morning. Welcome to 7:10 a.m. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, guys. I love it when the opening can actually be at 7:10, not 7:11. It's 7:10 a.m. Oh, man. How's everyone doing? Good morning, Harley. How you doing? Let's check this out. Let's check out the chat here, guys. We got Chantel, number one, up in the house. Good morning. How is it up in beautiful Kingman, Arizona this morning? Oh, we got Harley in the house. How's Ohio this morning? We got Matt Workman. We got Nancy in the house. Nice. The power couple. Nancy and Matt in the house. Awesome. We got Rosie Key. We got Carolyn. Good morning. Got Nova Mike. We got Rosie Key. We got Lonnie. Lonnie, you are a goof, Lonnie. I saw that this morning when I was going. I saw your chat. Like, I'm a goof. And I'm like, I got to tell Lonnie, yes, you are a goof, Lonnie. But in a loving, good way. That's right. Tim W. in the house. It's warm already. Ugh. It's gonna start. I think it's gonna start heating up. We've been blessed so far. It has not been a hot summer whatsoever. Hey, Chris, how you doing? It hasn't been a hot summer at all down here, which is so rare for us. So I'm enjoying it, but I have a feeling it's coming, and it's coming quick, and it's gonna be hot. Oh man, it's gonna be hot as hell. That's what I think. We did get some rain the other day, so morning, Brian. You mean that Webb's thing Al Gore invented? The algorithm? Oh, I've had rants on that. Al Gore saying he invented the internet because algorithm. Oh man. Good morning, Rosie. Rosie the dog just waking up, guys. She wants some loving this morning. How's everyone doing? How was everyone's Monday, or was everyone's Monday? Today's going into Tuesday. Not even midweek yet. Dragon. I took a mental health day yesterday and hung out at the house and just got super high and and figured some stuff out. Man, sometimes you just need to take that break. So hey, Baker, good morning, good morning. So it's 57 in Ohio. Damn, in the summertime. Ooh, that'd be nice. Actually, I don't know. I like 70s, 60. I'm not a cold weather guy at all. I would die in Ohio. Yeah, I'm not a cold weather guy. Um, Born and raised in Arizona, it goes past 65 degrees. I'm like, what's going on here, folks? Um, yeah. So what else is happening out there in the wild world? You know what I do want to talk about today, this morning? Well, I guess we just start open this Vegas video of the UFO. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick and share it with you guys. This thing is crazy, man. If we can find the right video, you can see actually the police cam captures this thing in the sky. This happened a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. Las Vegas UFO it happened on 6/7/23. Now, you know what? I guess we could just play the news clip from it. And Amazing Planet. Is this the one we want to watch? Let me see. Yeah, this is the one we'll watch. All right. Yeah, so what do you guys think of this? Well, we're gonna get into it. There's backyard footage. Yeah. Don't even start back to retro. Don't even start with me. No one's blurry but your vision. Put on your glasses back to retro. I'm not blurry. I can see it plain as day. Let me share the camera here. Yeah, so there's backyard footage. This is gonna be all the footage, I believe, guys. On here. There we go. All right, let's check this out.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone thought a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
Alright, could this be the big one? UFO sightings are definitely on the rise, and something very strange happened in Las Vegas. This is gonna blow up in the news today. There was a police report, and even the police were freaked out. 2 giant creatures were found in a backyard. The police even saw the object coming down from the sky and got it on their dash cameras. So a quick rundown of what actually happened and some notable things that I found in the news.
Something fell down from the sky, and it was with light, and when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it.
This is my best understanding of the situation. Police reported a falling star, also got it on their dash camera. About 8 minutes later, they got a police report of somebody saying something landed in their backyard, and 2 giant creatures were in their backyard at that time. They didn't take it too seriously, but within 40 minutes, they did arrive at the house. They took video footage of the backyard, and also the people apparently had video footage and reported seeing 2 giant creatures, and the creatures actually could see them. They said they were terrified. The witness claims that when he looked into the backyard as the object landed, he could see lights, but the area looked blurry. Not all of his vision, but only the area in the backyard looked blurry, almost as if some sort of stealth was being used. Something to note is that we don't have all the evidence yet. The backyard has been blocked out in the body camera footage. Most of it we didn't even get. They keep talking about how it was clear something landed in this backyard. Perhaps there were some indents in the ground or some sort of explosion on the ground, but nobody has seen that yet. Please leave your thoughts in the comments, share any interesting stories you have to tell, and if you're from the Las Vegas area, please let us know what you saw. Also, please give the video a like and subscribe.
What do you guys think about that? There was so the 911 call. Is that just playing frames? Is it any better or no? All right, I'm gonna try. Fucking goddamn it! Give me a minute. Fucking. Ugh. All right, guys, how's that? Is that any better? Where are we at here? Chat. All right, how about that, guys? Is that any better? I just refreshed it. If it's still playing frames, I'll just end the show here in the next couple minutes. Um, let me know. All right, better. All right, good. All right. So, what do you guys think of? What do you guys think of that? Hey, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Where are we at here? All right.
From the WWE and G.I. Joe, the real American hero. You're watching the Daily Dank. Don't touch that dial, and that's an order. Have I made myself clear? Good. Then do it, right? Do it. Do it.
All right, guys. So what do you guys think of this UFO stuff? So you got body cam of that thing falling from the sky, and then like literally seconds later, you got that 911 call. The 911 call is a little suspect. I'm not gonna lie. That 911 call is a little suspect. I don't know. And then when they got there, if it wasn't for that thing falling and that call like right afterwards, I would not give that call any kind of credit at all. The family's gotten weird afterwards. They've kind of gone ghost, which I don't know. The weird part is when they go into the backyard, the cops blacked out that section of the body cam video. I met an alien once, but they went back to. Funny. When I was a kid, I was in church and I started talking about aliens, and my Sunday school teacher is like, "I'm an alien," and we're like, "What?" And she pulled out her alien card because she was from Mexico, Israel, or somewhere. I don't know. Not that the two are connected in any way, but I don't remember who she was, so I just remember her pulling out that card. Oh man. All right. Yeah, I think I just needed to refresh it. I think we're all good. Um, Sergeant Slaughter may be the alien. He could be. Oh man, he had a great thing about the Iron Sheik when Iron Sheik just recently passed away. He had a great rant about the Iron Sheik, a great memorial. I wouldn't say rant. Um, Very heartfelt, man. It's hard to separate the characters from the people sometimes because as a kid, Sergeant Slaughter, Iron Sheik, mortal enemies, oh my god, and then they weren't. It was all an act. Yeah, but the 911 call on this is suspect, man. But at the same time, that light, and then in the video you see how excited the dad gets when they're like, "Well, I wouldn't be here unless my partner saw this thing in the sky," and the dad's like, "Was it a ball of light that came down?" If you get Yeah, so I wanted to address that, Lonnie. So this was one of um the Rock, the movie The Rock. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Good old I forgot about that. He had a different name, right? Yeah, I forgot about that. Back to retro. He wasn't the Iron Sheik. He was something else. Colonel Mustafa. That's who he was. He was Colonel Mustafa. I'm just gonna say I love this alien story. Yeah, so they asked him, what about, like, there's an alien in your backyard. Um Yeah, just like my Sunday school teacher. That's Nancy. Um, and they said that they were freaked out and they just didn't think of it. Like it just happened and then you're out there. But if you call 911 and you got the conscious, I don't know. But you hear in his voice too, they're not human. They're like 10 feet fucking tall. They got weird eyes. Like, I don't know. It's such a weird deal. And the coincidence of the two falling, like the falling and the call at the same time. And I mean, let's look at the facts. All right. You got body cam footage from a police officer's body cam, unaltered. You just see it in the sky, plain as day. You get a 911 call moments later saying that something crashed in the backyard. Um, then all of a sudden they go to the thing. Other people had seen this, a lot of other people. And then the body cam footage gets blacked out when they go into the backyard. Now they're saying because it was private property. Um, When has that ever happened? I got fucking code enforcement in my backyard at 6:30 in the morning. Like, shaking the house trying to figure out something to cite me for. So yeah, no, they're not blacking out body cam footage for private property. Wouldn't technically everything be private property? Like, oh man. Yeah, they caught the sound of it on the Ring camera. Crazy. It was a green LED drone. Could have been. It was big, man. It would have had to been a big drone. Like for that guy's little body cam footage to catch such a bright light, and it like lit up the street too when it went down. Like it was big. Um, be interesting. I've always said, and just because like there's an alien race is out there and they're so far advanced doesn't mean that they couldn't crash, that accidents wouldn't happen, circumstance. And then, oh, the whistleblower. What about this whistleblower that just came out? That said he was a government CIA guy, and he said that we've had alien technology for years and years, and we've reverse engineered it, and cell phones and all these things have come from that. And he has a lot of credible backing to him. He has a lot of other people coming out and saying, "Yeah, this is very, very true." So I mean, think about it, man. Could you imagine if Roswell, if all these things, it was a Yoda shirt, if all these things were here, were true, and that like the things that we thought were conspiracy, that we've had alien technology in a hangar at Area 51 or wherever, like it's real Independence Day stuff, man. Couldn't even imagine that we've maybe captured aliens. I mean, like, who knows how deep this has gone? We've tortured them. I mean, who knows, man? It's just, yeah, I'm really interested. I think it's going to start unfolding a lot faster, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot more evidence. I think my prediction, which means nothing, not based on science or fact, just my prediction is I think we're going to have a contact. I think we'll have legitimate contact with alien species, whether it be not purposely or maybe purposely. I think there'd be something that it will be undeniable evidence in the next 2.5 years, 3 years. I think something will happen where just no one will be able to deny this anymore. But the question is, where do we go from there? Once it's discovered, once they're like, yeah, there's aliens out there, how does our world change? That's the $1 million question, guys. How does our world change? And everyone, I don't know. There's two ways it goes, right? It goes either kumbaya or it goes they're coming to take our shit. One or the other. I have a feeling in July a lot of sightings will be popping off. Yeah, I think so too. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, but I do. I mean, with how many more sightings are happening, the Earth and the way and the shape it's in, hopefully we get a lot of questions answered too. Like, The pyramids, were they around back then? Are they as old as time and the earth? Are we some kind of weird clone of the aliens? I mean, man, there's all the yak, yak, yak. Oh, man. Yes. Yes. Vegas, you'll be seeing a lot of aliens on, you got, what is it, Planet 51? Is that what it is? Planet 51? And then Fremont Street. My God, you're going to be seeing a lot of Fremont Street. So, yeah, so that's what it's going to be, guys. I think you're going to be seeing a lot more stuff coming out, a lot more evidence. Evidence. All right. So, what do you guys think? You excited? You scared? You think they're coming? You think it's something else? We come in peace. Zap, zap. Is it going to be invasion from Mars style? What's it going to be, guys? All right. So now let's look at the past so we can know the future. What a segue. What a segue. All right. Today in history, guys, we got some birthdays. We got our main man, Ben Kai Moon, the South Korean statesman. You all are familiar with him, the playboy South Korean statesman and Secretary of the General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon. Happy birthday, you playboy, you. All right, 1928, John Nash was born. He's an American mathematician. In 1928, Li King-shang was born, Chinese entrepreneur. 1892, Basil Rathbone was born, British actor. And then William Butler was born, guys. He's an Irish author and poet. All right. And today in history, a historic meeting between North and South Korea took place in 2000 when South Korea President Kim Dae-jung met North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in a summit that marked the first of meeting between the heads of the two countries. Let's see. Michael Jackson in 2005, after a 14-week trial that became a media crisis, American pop singer was acquitted of molestation charges that time. All right, in 1982, following the death of his half-brother, Khalil Fahad became king of Saudi Arabia. In 1971, the New York Times began publishing the Pentagon Papers, a series of articles based on the U.S. role in Indonesia from World War II until May 68. The paper's growing opposition to the Vietnam War. Thurgood Marshall was nominated as Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court by President Johnson, and he became the first African-American member. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of Ernesto Moran versus Arizona, affirming that constitutional guarantees against self-incrimination, including restriction on police interrogation and arrested suspect. Yeah, man, that's a fishy situation there. Louis II, eccentric monarch of Bavaria, whose mania and extravagant building projects led in part to his nickname, the Mad King Ludwig, died at age 40. Ooh. And that's about it. Kind of a slow day in history today, guys. So I'm going to tell you what. Why don't you go out and make some history today, guys? And next year, we could talk about you on Today in History. So go out and make that happen, guys. I'm going to be like Mars Attack up in the place. Yak, yak, yak. Oh, I thought you were telling me I'm just yakking. Yak, yak, yak. I'm like, damn, back to retro. You were in a mood this morning. I'm like, okay, I'll stop talking about aliens, man. Jeez. Oh, man. Jeez. All right. We got a good one today, guys. We're going to be covering the greatest toys of all time. It started out originally, I was going to do the G.I. Joe, the greatest G.I. Joe play sets of all time. But then I thought not everyone was in the G.I. Joe as a kid, and that might not be the greatest American hero thing to do. So, we're going to do the best selling toys of all time. And it's going to be a good one, guys. I'm excited. We got a whole list of ones. All right. Up first, you got to go this, man. You got to go old school. The 1988 Nintendo, and I guess it's not really old school with some of these other ones. The Nintendo Entertainment System, guys. This home video game system changed the gaming industry for the better. The company teamed up with various developers to create a collection of groundbreaking games. And then, of course, Super Mario was the flagship of that, guys. This was the majority of all of our childhood, guys. This is what you worked for. This is what you begged for. This is what you hustled for. The Nintendo Entertainment System. I ended up not getting mine until like 3 years after it came out, and they had a price drop. I want to say they were like over $100, like 150, and I think they got slashed to 99. And I was working my car wash job at 14 minimum wage, and I went to Walmart. I remember seeing one, and I was like, I got $100. And I bought it, and that's how I got mine. I had to earn it. I had to go out and make the money to get it. That wasn't, I don't know, for some reason I was kind of a spoiled kid. I got a lot of toys that I wanted, but that one, for whatever reason, was one that I didn't get. Yeah, I remember Bob's Computers in Bullhead City, Arizona on Hancock Road. Everything was on Hancock Road, guys. That's where I grew up. Um, I ride my bike down to Bob's Computer, and he had a Nintendo set up with about 12 games, and you could ask him if you could sample a game, and he would let you. And I remember the first one I ever played was Mike Tyson Punch Out, and oh my God, I beat fucking Glass Joe, and you're like, oh, like that's all she wrote. That's all you wanted, man. Um, oh, so much fun. What was your very first Nintendo game you guys played? Blow up those comments for me, guys. Let me know. Let's get into it, guys. The GPC Garbage Pail Kid, we gave that away. I believe Nova Mike won it, or some Nova Mike won something. I want to say it was the Garbage Pail Kid. If I got it wrong, don't yell at me, guys. It was we gave away 3 things that day. I just wanted to update you on the hashtags. Hashtag Fallout, guys. Check that out. The hashtag bag with all the goodies in it. Make sure you get in on that. The DWO box, guys. Boom. Get in on that. It's loaded of stuff as well. I took the shirt out, but I'll put it back in. There you go. There's going to be a shirt in there, Honor the Giant action figure, autograph from The Hills Have Eyes, a Thor artwork, stickers, cups, everything, guys. Then we got the Stizzy bag. Woo! You're going to want this, guys. I'm personally, from my kindness of my heart, I'm throwing in 2 carts. And then I'm going to throw in this ashtray. The Stizzy starter kit, battery and all that, guys, and I'm throwing in 2 carts. There's stickers in here. There's papers. There's a lanyard. Hashtag Stizzy, guys. Get in on that. Hashtag Halloween. Boom. For the Halloween sign, July 1st, the first autographs go on this, guys. When we give it away in October or September, you're looking at about 6 or 7 Halloween autographs on this sign. Get in on it early, guys. Hashtag Halloween. All right. Nintendo. Yeah, what did I see? I saw someone 2 years ago. We did a bracket of the greatest toys of all time. And unfortunately, did he? Unfortunately, where's he at? And unfortunately, Star Wars, I got outvoted. Hey, back to retro, all you guys. I don't plug it enough, and I need to. On Saturday mornings, maybe I'll share it. They don't use Restream, I don't think. They use something else. I'll see. I'll have to share it on our page. I'm part of a show called The Bracket Bastards. It's Bracket Bastards. You can search it up here on YouTube. I'm a usual guest on Saturdays. And that's all we do on the show is we talk some shit and we do brackets of movies every Saturday. It's a cool show, great guys. It's a kind of Hollywood Squares ish. Yeah, you guys should check it out. I'm the Dank Bastard. That's right. They have all sorts of stuff. If you don't want to answer the question, it's called blowing your load. You can blow your load and not pick one. Yeah, it gets a little adultish, but we're all adults here. Oh man. Merlin out to walk the radio to walk the gardens. I just picture like ancient Rome. He's going to walk the gardens wearing his toga. Oh, beautiful Mike Means. All right, guys. So yeah, for me it was Punch Out. I saw Super Mario in there a couple times. What was your Nintendo game of choice? Zelda? That's a good one. All right, well, we got Jenga, guys. Who remembers Jenga? It's still popular. You go to the bars, they got the giant Jenga. This was huge. Hey, John, how's it going? I was locked up 16 years old. It wasn't until late 86 that I was around my brother's NES, and I was into drinking and cocaine at that point. Yeah, there's a certain age where like I was really into baseball cards, and then I discovered girls and fun and things like that, and the baseball cards got pushed to the side. Totally get it, man. Totally did get it. My cousin is in prison right now, and oh my, in and out of prison his whole life. He did a 8 year stretch, not or maybe 6 year stretch. Recently got out and went back, but I remember him when he started. It was like his third year in, and he's like, "What are they up to? iPhone 11 now? I remember iPhone 3." And man, yeah, things happen fast, man. Technology, and you don't see none of that in prison, man. You don't see any of it. All of a sudden, you just come out and you're like, there's robots serving us food at McDonald's. What? Yeah, it happens quick, man. It happens quick. Much like a fall of a Jenga game. It happens quick. This was a classic game, guys, toy game. Um, that sold like hotcakes, man. I still play this. This is a classic. This will never go out of style. This is fun. And, it goes, it's analog, man. How great is that? No phones required, no electricity required. This is a game that can entertain you regardless of the time period. All right, what about the Super Nintendo? Now, I'm with John on this one. When this came out, I was doing other stuff. I was a meth head. I was Sega Genesis guy, which was old at the time, so I lugged that thing around with me everywhere. Yeah, I never really got into the Super Nintendo. I was out, yeah, barely keeping a roof over my head at that point, let alone a Nintendo. But yeah, this was a lot of people's childhoods, man. Um, that whole next generation. All right. The Game Boy, right past it, man. 89. This thing was revolutionary. This thing pushed the boundaries. Um, this thing really, really, really set it off, man. As handheld gaming. You look at what we have today: the Switch, the Sega PS or whatever that thing is, the PlayStation PS. I don't know what it's called. All those things, man, all happened because of this little 8-bit world of wonder. How many AAA batteries or AA batteries did you go through on road trips? I had the Game Gear a little bigger. Yeah, the Game Gear was the shit. Oh, damn, Tim. I haven't heard of the Game Gear in forever. Yeah, how awesome was the Game Gear? Oh man, that was like some high tech stuff. Tim was I can see Tim like in a commercial as a kid. He has a full head of hair and he's wearing like a leather jacket and he has gloves, but the fingers are leather gloves, but the fingers are cut out. And he's sitting in the back of a minivan and his dad's driving. And his dad's like, "Hey Timmy, are you ready for this adventure?" "You betcha, Dad." Game Gear. Oh, Am I wrong? Is that the commercial we're going for? Oh shit. Ivan Stewart's Iron Man Super Off-Road. Yes. I cannot tell you how many hours at the arcade I had spent playing that game. Foot on the gas, spinning that wheel like crazy. The wheel spins, then you straighten it back out, and then you're hitting the nitros. Oh man, Nova Mike, you had some smart parents. You had rechargeable ones. That was the way to do. Yeah, man, that game. Ivan Iron Man Stewart Super Off Road. I'm gonna have to find the yeah, and emulator. You guys know I'll get it out eventually. Um, man, yeah, that brought back some memories there. Wow. And the Simpsons game. Remember the 4 arcade Simpsons game? That one brought back some memories too. All right, this is for you, Carol. What about the Nintendo? The Nintendo 1979 the Atari 2600, guys. I actually had an Intellivision, which was the competitor, the direct competitor. And in 6th grade, me and David Verathaler had a rivalry about what was first, the Atari or the Intellivision, because, what was first was most important. The Atari, because it was just ripping off the other guy. That's crazy how people think when you're a kid. Um, My brother still has my Atari. Nice. I remember me and my cousin, the prison one, playing this biplane game where you go "Whirr," and you fight each other. Oh man, and Tron. I remember renting Tron from the local video store, the mom and pop. They had these games, and I rented Tron, and I loved it. I thought it was great at the time, but looking back now. So yeah, man, the Atari 2600, the OG, the workhorse, the thing that set it all off, guys. Um, just insane what this started. Pong, who remembers Pong? I mean, and now playing 2K23 all night last night. Um, it looks like I'm watching TV. What a man. It's only been what? 40 years, 47 years, 50 years, and it's really advanced, man. Speaking of advancement, guys, what about the Tamagotchis? Who remembers these things? I actually gave one away about a year or so ago, 2 years ago. God, we've been doing this channel a minute. With the Alicia Silverstone. Remember that? That was like our first real baked and unboxed, was giving away that Alicia Silverstone, with some a-hole stole over at the dispensary I was working with at the time. Um, but um, yeah, that I had some of these, and I might still have one. I'm gonna have to look in the box. Um, yeah, I might still have one. I might have kept one. I'll have to unbox that. Yeah, but yeah, it was like 2 years ago, the Alicia Silverstone box. Man, oh, that's actually kind of awesome. Thinking about that, we've been doing this for 2 years. I want to get Russ the Yoda one they have. Oh, they have a Yoda one? Oh, damn, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, the baby. They should do a Grogu one. That'd be cool. All right. Yeah. So this was basically a baby pet thing that you took care of. It was all the craze, man. People in school got in trouble because every few hours you would have to feed it or do whatever, change it. And so you would bring it to school, and then in the middle of class, it would start making noise and it would get you in all sorts of trouble. But yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty freaking cool. The Rubik's Cube, again, another analog toy, guys. Um, yeah, that's it. The baby, I forgot its name. Oh, Grogu, yeah. Baby Yoda. Yeah, that's what. Um, I was like, what is that? What does the Yoda one do? Just be like, "Ooh, feed me, you must." Ooh, change the poopy diaper, you will. Oh, Yoda hungry. Yeah, that wasn't Yoda. I don't know why. That just got weird. All right, the Rubik's Cube, guys. The Rubik's Cube. Um, Analog, man. This thing in 1980 took the world by storm. Um, You got those guys who could do it in like 3 seconds. Me, I can never figure that shit out. My mind does not work that way, and I am okay with that. Back to retro. Did you get them from the Alicia Silverstone box? That's the question. Yeah, because you're OG Bammer. You might have. Um, I think it was that '90s box, and they might have put them out a different time too. Yeah. So this thing was like crazy. Yeah, my mind doesn't work that way. I was done with it in about an hour. Um, that was a good box, man. I'm gonna miss Bam. You know what, guys? They're closing down in December. I'm gonna miss them, man. They brought a lot of great memories. Um, the first box I ever got was a horror box. It was their plus box, the big one. And I had no idea what to expect. I was just ordering shit online. It was COVID, and I got that signed axe and a whole bunch of stuff. And man, I was hooked. I was hooked on Bam, and that led to me finding other subscription boxes. But man, Bam was they always had delivered, man, always. You open that box and you knew you were gonna get some quality, the props, the autographs, all the good stuff. I'm gonna miss him, man. I'm gonna miss him. Hopefully, something happens in the 0 hour. I don't know anything about I don't know nothing about it. I would assume, it's the guy's baby, Adam's baby. I would assume maybe, you know, either want to hand it off and see it live its life or just end it. Um, Real Cain and Abel story there. No, so I mean, I don't know. I would like to see maybe someone come in and buy it. I don't know if that's an option. I don't know nothing about it. So, but I would like to see it continue its legacy somehow. Um, Love Bam, man. Love it. All right. What I also love is a good old Teddy Rockspin, guys. Who remembers Teddy Rockspin? You put a cassette in his back and his little mouth moved. Much like me this morning, sometimes it wouldn't match up. um, I have a poopy doopy. I don't I don't know what that means, Lonnie. Oh, I don't know what that means. I have a poopy doopy for you. No. Oh, yeah, but you're the OG, man. You remember back to retro those old boxes. Like I've heard stories about like when they were first starting out and getting stuff together. Man, yeah, bam. I didn't even know they were around that long. That's man, maybe something will happen. We don't know. Um, that's what kids said yesterday. Oh, oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Um, I thought Lonnie was just like flirting with me. Hey, I got a poopy doopy for you. Oh fuck! You know what I watched last night, guys? So I was high as hell last night. About 2 in the morning, I'm watching those GoPro videos and those like near death ones. And there was a surgery. They had the guy inoculated or anesthesiaed out, whatever, and they had like a hose and a vacuum hose in his throat, and they were pulling it out. And I kid you not, they pulled out this fucking snake worm thing that was about this long, and it was alive, man. And the nurse wouldn't even touch it. She's like, ugh. And like, yeah, it was bad. Oh, like I had to watch it. It was horrifying. And then there was another one that I watched. We'll cover that maybe in the top five at 420, where this kid was holding. They had those. I think it was in China. They had those giant kites, those ribbon kites. You guys know what I'm talking about? Up in the air and had a good wind. This kid was holding on to the tail of it, and this fucker blew up. I mean, I'm talking 50, 100 feet in the air at least. He was way up there, so far up that you could just see a little dot of him, and woo, he's flying all around. And then it comes back down, sets him down, and goes back up. Man, it was crazy. Those two alone on that, the snake. Oh, hell no. Hell no. That there's something living in you like that. Ooh, ooh. No, is that like a tapeworm? Maybe it was a tapeworm. I've never actually seen one. It was about that thick and about that long. And it was, oh man. Anyway, the next toy up is Teddy Ruxpin, guys. You put a cassette in his thing, he would tell you stories. I had a friend who would make his own cassettes and have Teddy Ruxpin say dirty jokes and things. Oh, when you're 10, guys. My Little Pony. My Little Pony took the world by storm, guys. Them and Care Bears came out around the same time. Instead of the sword swallowing, he did the snake swallowing. Oh man, yeah, it was bad. I'll have to show you guys this video. Yeah, Care Bears and My Little Ponies. I always thought they were very similar. This thing took off pretty well. You're talking, this was the time that the cartoons were used to sell the toys, and that's all the cartoons were for. And this was what My Little Pony and Care Bears were about. They pushed it along with He-Man, G.I. Joe, all those. My kids had, my daughter had Care Bears and My Little Ponies. Remember one made a crazy noise that would just go off randomly all the time. Oh, that's something we should fucking look at. Excuse my language, but the most annoying toys of all time. As a parent, the most annoying toys of all time. We had this coffee. My kids had this fake coffee maker that if it must have had water or level in it, and if it got tilted a certain way, it would do a percolating noise. And then that thing got knocked over all the time. 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, midnight, whatever time it was, and you would just hear. Oh my God, that toy drove me crazy. Legos, stepping on Legos is another one. Yeah, Lonnie. So tell me, your kids or as an adult, what toys annoy the living crap out of you? That's going to be a list we do. Maybe tomorrow. All right, we got Cush balls, guys. Never got into the Cush ball. I was a hacky sack guy. Cush ball, this seemed like a watered down version of a hacky sack. Bratz dolls. Good old Bratz dolls. My ex-wife would not let my daughter have a Bratz doll. She said they were very inappropriate. So when she left, we got some anyway. This was majorly popular. This was like, and I would agree now looking back, maybe it's not the best image to put out towards a young, impressionable child. Maybe not. But yeah, they were super popular, man. I think they're even still around. They're still doing their thing. Basically it's the Kardashians toys is what you would look at. Oh, this one, guys, Simon. Who remembers Simon? Who remembers those great commercials for Simon? Oh man, those things were awesome. You couldn't get more late 70s, early 80s than Simon, man. So this was the game that you hit the button, it would light up, and you would have to match its pattern. Yeah, man, this really changed the game as far as that kind of stuff went. Let me see. Yeah, we'll do this one. Hang on, guys. Let me max screen it here. All right, we are going to look at, oops, escape. There we go. We're going to look at this commercial. This is the Simon commercial, guys. These things were so dated. These things are so dated. Let's share the screen here. Boom. All right, let's check this out, guys. Here we go.
It's Johnny. He's going to play Simon. Nobody beats Simon.
Nobody beats Simon, guys. Oh my God, he gave her his jacket.
Simon is the challenge you've been waiting for because it takes coordination of hand and mind just to play the game. And if you get very good at Simon, great rewards await you.
Thank you, Simon.
Simon is waiting for you. From Milton Bradley.
Old Simon. Oh man, that was good. That was funny. I remember that commercial. I love that they threw the she takes his jacket and puts it back on. Oh my God, it's Billy. He can beat Simon, and I love the fact that wonderful prizes await you, and literally it's Simon going. Oh my God. I love it when nature helps me water the gardens. Oh, yeah. You get some rain? You get some more rain? Or are you just peeing? The nature boy, Mike Means, woo, goes out to the gardens naked and just pees everywhere. Just kidding, Mike. Just kidding. Oh, man. So, Simon, that was a big one. I even had commercials. I remember watching those when you're watching your Saturday morning cartoons or your afternoon cartoons. Oh man, so good. What about the Furby? The Furbies, guys. These things were nonsense, talking crazy. Maybe both. He says maybe both. Uh, so these are robotic talking creatures. They were creepy and cute at the same time, which is why they became so popular. They spoke some kind of weird gibberish language, but then they would learn and like interact with you. I never had one. I was a little late to the game. What was this? 98? Yeah, I was doing other stuff. I was in prison. I was uh I was paying my debts to society, guys. And if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, Brian, would you like a Furby?" I'd be like, "I don't know what the fuck that is, but we're not in a place where I accept weird name invitations, so no. No, I would not like a Furby." Bubba came up to me and was like, "Brian, let me give you a Furby." And I'm like, "No, no, Bubba. Mind your business." Oh man. I need to get one. I need to get a Furby. Relive my childhood. Maybe that's why I'm so grumpy all the time. Need to relive my child. I didn't have a Furby growing up, guys. That's why I'm so bitter. Ah. The Talk Boy. Another toy I did not have. Um, yeah, I don't think any of them did anything interesting. I think they just like meh, 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 meh. You could watch an episode of Snoopy and get the same thing. All right, the Talk Boy, guys. This was huge when Home Alone came out. Very huge. Um, Basically, it was just a tape recorder that you could slow down and speed up. That's all it was. I mean, yeah, it wasn't anything revolutionary, but people loved it. Yak Back was a version of that. It was like the digital version, and it was like a pocket recorder. And I remember hanging that thing, playing with that, and it was not much to it either. But um, yeah, it was the Yak Back. That's what I remember. I had some good times with the Yak Back. He-Man. Who remembers the He-Man toys, Lonnie? Didn't Lonnie's dad work down there at Hasbro? Um, is that what it was, Lonnie? Hasbro? He-Man. I had Castle Grayskull. I had Snake Mountain. I had the Slimer thing where the claw came up and caught him and they slimed him. I had Moss Man. I had a whole bunch of these, man. I loved me some He-Man as a kid. Um, I have the power. He-Man, man. Another one that they made a cartoon to sell the toys. Brilliant, brilliant marketing. And did you guys know, fun fact, Mattel, fun fact, that when they did that, the FCC stepped in and said, okay, we'll let you make these cartoons, but what you need to do, good old Ram Man, but what you'll need to do is you need to put a message at the end, a positive message at the end, so kids learn some kind of positive thing. And that was the law. That's why they had to do that. At the end of GI Joe, at the end of He-Man, you always had that little what is it? Now you know, and knowing's half. Like Snake Eyes walks up and the two kids are fighting, and Snake Eyes, who doesn't talk, somehow says, "Hey, you kids shouldn't be fighting." Well, he told me I smell like pickles. Well, we all like pickles, son. So isn't that a good thing? Yeah, I guess it is. Can we be friends again, Billy? Sure. Come on, let's go eat some pickles. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. See, that's what they had to put that in, man. It was the law of attraction. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, guys. This was a live action TV series. I remember first seeing this, like, what the flippin' flacker is this? Again, I was way late into my teenage years at this point, so it was kind of lost on me. That's someone you don't want to call Ram Man. Oh, yeah, definitely. Ram Man was kind of a cheap He-Man too. Like he was made of a different plastic than the rest of them were, and it always seemed a little cheaper to me for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so when this came out, it was a little past my time. It was I was later in my teenage years, so it was lost on me. But for a lot of you, this was it, man. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They had a slew of toys, merch, all sorts of stuff, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. Oh man, still around. Do we need to say more? Generations, and you know what toy is good when it's lasted generations, man. I remember first hearing about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was 14, and we were going to an RC race, and my friend Pat Olson just had met him, was telling me about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and how cool they were, and I got into it. It was like, and that's when I mean I'm 47 now, so that's what 3 generations ago technically, and it's still going strong. Different animation versions, movies, man, it's something that I don't think that they'll ever go away, man. I think it will be forever. It's your forever toy. Transformers. Speaking of forever toys, guys, new movie just came out. I heard very, very good things about it. People were pumped about this movie. You should go check it out. Maybe we'll do a review on it next week, guys. Um, but yeah, Transformers, man. My favorite were Sound Scream because he was the cassette. And then there was the gun. Who was the gun? Those two were the best, man. The gun, that thing was awesome. And then, like I said, he turned into like a player, like a tape player with mini cassettes, and the cassettes turned into robots. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started in the town next to me at the time, Northampton, Mass, the East Coast lesbian capital. Northampton, Mass, really, really. Is it like Florida? They go there, they retire, they go there, they hang out. Oh man, they love their turtles. The lesbians love their turtles. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, Megatron. Was Megatron the gun? And then they changed it, right? Soundwave, and Megatron. Yeah, was that a thing? Did they change the gun later on because it looked too much like a real gun? Um, and then he became like a ship or something. Smith College is there, Northampton. All right, all right. The Tickle Me Elmo. That's not Tickle Me Elmo, but Tickle Me Elmo. This thing was a freaking massive juggernaut. Parents straight up fighting it out Christmas time, old school style. Try to get their youngsters a Tickle Me Elmo. It was crazy. I don't think there had been a craze like that in a while. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Charlie. How's Washington this morning? Um, I don't think I don't think there was a anything before that. I mean, there was some stuff, but years before that, man, this thing just went crazy. Like I said, people fighting it out in lines. Black Friday. Ooh, as soon as they would, it was a very Turbo Man, very Turbo Man vibe that you get from that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Jingle All the Way, man. Parents were desperate to get this thing. People were standing in line for days. All for a Tickle Me Elmo. Crazy. Pokemon cards. Again, a little after my time, but man, these things were massive. Still are. Still are. What is it? Logan Paul has one that weighs that it's like worth over $1 million. Oh, my back is itchy this morning. Over $1 million, and he wears it like in a big gold chain. So yeah, man, this thing is still popular. I watched an unboxing of Pokemon cards just to watch it the other day, and it was pretty fascinating. I don't know much about the game, but man, this thing is super, super popular. The Super Soaker. Oh, this changed the water gun game, guys. PlayStation 5, same thing. Cabbage Patch Kids. Let's not forget those. Those were major. Um, but yeah, man, the Super Soaker changed the water gun game, guys. I remember specifically when this happened. Everything was squeeze the trigger, and nothing like this had pump action, pressure. Freaking man, this thing changed the game until your friend filled it up with pee and sprayed you with it. Oh man. Oh, or turned a flamethrower, turned it into a flamethrower, which was never a good idea with the plastic. But yeah, man, wow. Blast from the past. This thing changed the water gun game. And then Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies actually just gave Teresa Deller just won a Beanie Baby, a Black Panther one, not too long ago, guys. Very, very cool. Yeah, so they're still relevant. They're still around. But yeah, this was a craze. Man, people were buying and selling them. Certain ones were getting mass money. Who remembers that? Like $10,000 Beanie Baby being sold. Just insane, man. Um, Oh, so many. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap that one up. That was Garbage Pail Kids had school districts in an uproar. Yeah, my parents. You know what did it for my parents? And when they said, no, you can't have these was Nicky Hickey. I didn't know what the hell a hickey was. I'm like, he's kissed all over his face, and then someone kissed him with purple on his neck. No, that's not what that was. But that was the one that my parents said, no more. No more Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, I remember I was riding my bike to the Circle K, the neighborhood Circle K, and they had them, and I bought like 4 of them, and I brought them home. I'm like, whoa, look at these, are awesome. And Mom's like, no. It like was Mad Magazine to me. I bought Mad Magazine all the time. No one cared. So what was different about Garbage Pail Kids? I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, but that had schools in an uproar. I remember one time my friend, I wasn't my friend, this Danny Russell character in 3rd grade, that damn Danny Russell. He he wore, his brother must have been in the Marines, and brought him back a Marine shirt, but it was the one with the dog, and on the back of it you saw the dog's balls hanging. And oh, that was an uproar. That was an uproar. Hangover Hank. That was an uproar that day, man. Just crazy. Crazy stuff, man, that people and get offended over. And then here you are years later being like, I got offended over that. What the hell? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. That was the best selling toys of all time. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Let me get out of here, guys. I got a Vegas run. I got a doctor's appointment. So I'm going to run. I'll be back at 4:20 to get it done right, guys, to get it done right. All right. It is Paranormal Tuesday, and we're going to be looking at some more alien stuff, guys. I think that's the theme we want to go today. So join us. We're going to be looking at Area 51. We're going to be looking at this Vegas. We're going to be looking at the whistleblower. We're going to be getting down. We're going to be taking a closer look at the video. We are going to be getting granular with this UFO stuff, guys. We're going to solve it. I might have an alien make an appearance. Maybe you don't know, guys. You don't know what we're going to do, but you will want to tune in. We got giveaways, guys. You know what? I got an alien giveaway. We're going to do not an instant giveaway. We're going to do an exclusive giveaway just for today only, and we'll announce the winner the next day. So give you a day to fill out all the things. But yeah, it's going to be tune in at 420. I got an idea, and you guys will enjoy it. All right, guys, I will see you. We have technical difficulties right at the end. Right at the end, we got technical difficulties. All right, well, oh, we're back. We had some technical difficulties right at the end, right before I hit the button. So yeah, I will tune in 420, guys. You're not going to want to miss this Alien Paranormal Tuesday. We'll see you.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.